Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We just have an article stating that actually Russia has plenty of missiles and rockets, despite the fact that the British intelligence community stated for so long that Russia is about to run out of its missiles. Well, we're going to find how much the missiles cost. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda, and we find that Russia fired $200 million worth of missiles at Ukraine over the weekend. So remember, this article came on the 27th of June, which was Monday, and they said $200 million worth of missiles. I thought Russia is poor. So Russia fired 60 to 80 long-range missiles worth up to $220 million during the shelling of Ukraine on 25 and 26 of June. The source is Ukrainian Forbes. In this shelling, Russia used almost all the types of missiles launchers that have been deployed during this war, including Tokcha UX-22, Onyx, Iskander, Kalibr, and X-101 missiles. The highest number of missiles were launched against Zhytomyr region. 30 missiles were fired targeting the region, though the Ukrainian air defense shot down 10 of them. Another 20 missiles hit the Chernihiv region. In particular, these missiles were targeting the Desna military training center, Kiev, Khmelnytsky, Lviv, Mykolaiv, Kharkiv, and Dnipropetrovsk oblasts also came under attack. In addition, the Russians fired several missiles at Kiev. According to the information available, 4 to 6 missiles were launched. The spokesman for Air Force Command, Yuri Ihnat, stated that the Russians fired from Tu-95 and Tu-160 aircraft with X-101 missiles from the Caspian Sea area. Forbes estimates the cost of missiles fired on Kiev on June 26 at $50 to $80 million. The media used the following estimates to calculate the cost of these missiles. A X-101 missile cost $13 million. An Iskander missile cost $3 million. An Onyx missile costs $1.25 million. An X-22 missile costs $1 million. And a Toka U missile cost $0.3 million. That's a lot of money. The media has noted that in some cases the number of missiles fired or their distribution by type remains unknown. Given the circumstances, it is impossible to determine the total cost of Russian missiles fired at Ukraine over the weekend. According to Forbes, it may range from $150 million to $220 million. Well, how about that kind of amount? $220 million for a weekend fireworks in Ukraine. Kind of a lot, isn't it? But a lot or not a lot, these were not made yesterday. These could have been made in the course of a few years. Some of them, obviously, they're not like they just came into service 3 weeks ago or so. And aside from that, this number of rockets, it's either the last ones that they have, or just ones the Russians want to show the rest of the world that, hey, we got plenty of. That's a big variety of missiles over there. It's not like they shoot only the. Remember when? Now I just remember that. Remember when they said that again? The British intelligence services came with this. They said that Russia uses Soviet era, like 1960s rockets to in Ukraine. And laughing that these guys run out of the modern ones. Well, I don't think so. They just fire like 6 Kalibr missiles from the Black Sea area. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just so much misinformation, and not only misinformation. I think this is, um, it's disinformation, desired. It's not that is by design. It's not by, oh my God, we screwed up here, because when you write an assessment, I'm assuming it's a assessment of how many missiles a country has, you have to have data. You just can't just approximate or just say things. So data comes from obviously people, comes from intercepting communication, getting into the databases of certain how should I put it, departments and so on. This is how you get the numbers. How do you think you get the numbers? Or you can get the number by knowing the production. The production level, and then you calculate. But again, you have to have access to the number of rockets or missiles produced by this factory or by that factory, and then you add them together. But they should have told us, at least if that was true. I'm talking about the British intelligence services. They should have told us at the beginning of the war, okay, Russia has 1,323 Kalibr missiles, has 259 Iskander-M missiles, it has 25,000 Onyx missiles, and that's it. And then from there, they can, but they came after about a month and a half in a war and said, the Russians are almost done. They got almost, it went through their own rockets in the first month and a half. So when I made the first calculation, I said, okay, that means they have 2 more weeks. Based on almost, I said almost means 80% gone and up. So I gave them 80%. I said, okay, almost, I didn't say 95, I said 80%. I was conservative to help this guy. I said 80% in I don't know how many weeks, six weeks, how much it was or something like that. I calculated, I said, okay, they should have, let's say, 2 weeks, 3 more weeks of weapons. Obviously, they produce in the same time, but you can't cover the how many they have. I don't know the production, but they should know. And they said, well, they run out. They will run out in they're almost done. And I was waiting at it was middle of May or something. Nothing happened. And then again they came. Almost done. Okay, beginning of June. Nothing happened. And now we're what? Gonna be in July in 3 days or so. And these guys are still shooting and sending rockets and missiles and all that. And not only that, 220 million worth of. So, these guys are just talking BS. This is what tells me. And, movies, garbage, okay? Because I know a lot of people who talk to me about certain things, and not only that they use movies as references, and it's like, unbelievable, are you talking about movies? Even in college here, they used movies as to make a point. I said, what are you talking about? It's a script. A human being wrote that script, however that person wanted. And that was the PhD professors at MSU, Michigan State University. I'm going to use this movie. What I know about this script as a movie, and try to make us analyze a point based on the movie. I could make a pig fly if I want in a movie, if I'm the script writer. And those were PhDs. And that's why for me, people with PhD, I have to talk to them to hear them talk. With everybody, actually. I don't like credentials. When someone comes and throws a credential in front of me, that means you're afraid of something right here. You hide behind something because you're afraid to open your... No, you open your mouth, and I don't care if you have a degree or you don't have a degree. You show me how you think. That's what I'm interested in. Not how much you know as memory, stored memory. That's memory at the basics. I want to know how you think, how you process the information, how you analyze things, and you come with a conclusion. That's what I'm interested to see how you analyze it. Not okay. Not that kind of information. Just retrieving dates, and when you put them together, you can come with a conclusion. Anyway, the Russians still have rockets, they have missiles, and they use them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.